What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. And FA Cup fever is in the air. It's time for the FA Cup once again. It was the round of 16 and it was Manchester United against Swansea at Old Trafford. As the players came walking out into the pitches, you guys are watching right now for recording purposes and whatnot, I had the controller in my hand and I was just thinking to myself, God, I remember this fixture last season, how frustrating it was. I know it was in the third round, it was against Swansea and United got knocked out of the FA Cup. I remember it being a very frustrating game, and it was the lack of concentration in our back four which cost us so dearly. And I think it was something like 40-50 years, something like that, which was the last time that United got knocked out of the FA Cup at such an early stage. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do everything in my power to not have a repeat of that on FIFA 14. And then Swansea go and get the opening goal. It was Lamar in the 25th minute from the corner. Caught us off guard. It's just that lack of concentration. So frustrating. So I had it all to do now. Still plenty of time to get back into the game and keep pushing for an equaliser. And that does remind me, talking about Swansea and everything, oh, just look at this before I do carry on. Look at Bonnie just weaving in and out, and he makes it 2-0, just extending their lead and making it harder for me to get back into this game. And that was before half time. What was going on? I wasn't really sure, to be honest. So anyway, whilst you guys carry on watching all the highlights of what's been happening in my United career mode save recently, speaking of Swansea, I know there's quite a few of you that are wondering where my Swansea career is. Why haven't I been uploading it recently? What I've decided to do, I'm going to be carrying on with it, don't worry. It will be returning very soon. I know I haven't uploaded it for, I think, 2-3 weeks now. It's been a while. It's gone so quick as well. But I've now decided that I'm going to be switching back to the old format instead of doing it month by month. I mean, I asked you guys for feedback and you were amazing once again, as always. So you guys can expect a Swansea episode this week. It might be midweek or it could be at the end of the week. But the main thing is you're going to be getting another Swansea episode, I suppose. So it'll be good to have that back on the channel and uploading that once again. And the PSG career will be returning very soon. I know you guys are excited to see the start of the second season and what I get up to. Can I go all the way in the Champions League? At the time, my thought process was, you know, I finished the first season, I'm going to take a small break just so I can concentrate on my United career on both FIFA and Football Manager, and also my playthroughs, which I had going on at the time. I think it was just Watch Dogs, wasn't it? And there's also Sniper Elite 3, which is ongoing, that's still there. I think I'm almost at an end with that, actually. There's not that many missions, but they do seem to go on for quite a while, so it's all very exciting, and hopefully I've got the summer sorted out for you guys on this channel, and I think that will also lead us up to FIFA 15. We're 2 months away from that now. It's going to be released September the 26th. I think it's the same week every year, so I think it is the 26th this year. It falls on the Friday. So there you have it. That's pretty much your update for the time being with this channel. So as you saw anyway, I did get knocked out of the FA Cup by Swansea City. I'm speaking through my teeth because I was so angered at the time, and it was just one of those incredibly frustrating games. I mean, I've had them a couple of times, whether it be online against your friends or Ultimate Team. I'm sure you guys have come across it, you know, where you just can't get onto the ball, you can't get anything going when attacking, you can't string together the passes because the opposition, they're always there in your face and ready to nick the ball off you. And I think part of that was because, you know, I hadn't played FIFA for a couple of days, and it used to happen to me when I used to play Call of Duty. If I didn't play Call of Duty for a couple of days, I'd be piss poor when I returned. And the same thing happened to me with FIFA. I just had to get back into the groove of things. So I think from now on, if I do have a couple of days from it, I'll just play like a friendly, an exhibition match just to get back into it before I go ahead and play an important game which could potentially see us go through to the quarterfinals of a competition, in this case the FA Cup. And then moving on from that Swansea game, I just couldn't help myself. I had to then go and lose to Man City in the Premier League, dropping all 3 points. I knew I had to sort this out, and quick, because my next game was in the Capital One Cup final at Wembley against Newcastle United. So for me, this was kind of a do or die game, because I had that feeling that the board were eventually going to get on my back if I lost this one against Newcastle. We're not in many competitions. There was no Champions League this season. We're out of the FA Cup. We've only got the Capital One Cup to fight for and the Premier League, and we're not even doing that well. Yes, we're managing to catch up with Chelsea, but time is running out with the amount of games played. So I had to sit forwards in my seat. I had to concentrate for this game, and we got off to a flyer, thankfully. It was Adnan Januzaj that got the opening goal within just 4 minutes gone. And that's another thing, you know, I really wanted to win this trophy because I felt that we've done so well in the competition, especially with the youngsters in the team. James Wilson as one example. He was the one that took that final penalty in the second leg semi-final against Chelsea, which saw us get through to Wembley to play Newcastle. And speaking of James Wilson, he had a great chance there to make it 2-0. Newcastle, they'd been rocked by that opening goal. It was so early on. But Sissoko managed to pull them back into it, getting that equaliser just a couple of minutes removed from our first goal of the game. There I was at the time thinking Newcastle had been rocked by that opening goal by Januzaj, but they regrouped magnificently and they came back and they got that equaliser. And it was a good finish, to be fair, from Sissoko. How it managed to creep into that bottom corner, I don't know. Lindegaard should be doing better there. He should be keeping that out the back of the net. I mean, when you saw the replay just then, it seemed as though the ball was going in slow motion. Why couldn't Lindegaard save that? He pulled off a good save there, though, as you saw Sissoko did. He was pushing for his second goal of this game. And if I wasn't careful, they were going to get it. They were looking very dangerous in this one when attacking, when going forwards. Januzaj, I thought, maybe deserved a penalty there. I'm not sure. He did go down on his knees, sliding across the grass. There was a few nudges here and there, elbows flying all over the place, but I just had to let the game play on. Lindegaard making up for that mistake early on in the first half as they got their equaliser. But Lindegaard, to be fair, he grew into the game, he got used to it and made quite a few important saves. But look at that, Michael Carrick with the winner for Manchester United, and Jordi himself with a fantastic goal outside the box on the volley. And don't worry, you're going to see the replay of that goal, and what an angle to see it from as well. Comes in, chests that over to his left side and just smashes it, hoping for the best, and it paid off for him. And that was the winner. That was the final score. Manchester United 2, Newcastle 1. And that was the first bit of silverware, first competitive bit of silverware for Manchester United this season, the Capital One Cup. Can we now go on and compete for the Premier League? As I said earlier, you know, we're catching up, but time is running out with the amount of games being played. But I think we're in for a good chance. I think if we keep this momentum going, this winning form that we've got together at the moment, I think we can do it. And I'm just hoping that Chelsea slip up somewhere along the line. It's a shame that we don't actually get to play Chelsea near the end of the season. I think that would be the title decider if we were, but we're not. So as I said, we've just got to keep up with this momentum and make sure that we don't drop any more crucial points like we did against City. But there we go, Manchester United, Capital One Cup winners of the 2013-2014 season. And there's that animation, that cutscene of lifting the trophy. I'm hoping in FIFA 15 that they improve on this, because at the moment it kind of feels the same. I know that they've added in the podium and the official handing over the trophy and the referee standing to the side and the security and the cameramen. But yeah, I'm hoping they improve it. Maybe they could extend it, have newer animations, maybe some of the players going up to the crowd and clapping them and thanking them for all their support throughout the season. And I think something like that would just make us feel, when we've played through a whole season, that it's kind of paid off to see something that cool. But anyway, that's out the way and done with now. We don't have to focus on any more games midweek or replays here and there in the Capital One Cup. We have won it. That trophy is added to the cabinet, and we have to move on to our next game. It was against Aston Villa in the Premier League. This is it now. This is the final run-up to the end of the season. There aren't really that many games to go now this season, so every game has to be treated as though it is a cup final. I've got to try and win every single one remaining. If not, then we're not going to be coming away with that Premier League trophy, and we've just got to try and focus on it for next season. At least, though, if we are in a good spot, maybe second or third, we'll be qualifying for the Champions League. Rooney had quite a few chances on goal. Saw that first one there, very powerful shot, good save by Guzan. Had another one there, way outside the box, just goes wide out for a goal kick. But I had that feeling that there was something I could get from this game, something special, whether it be a big win or just a fantastic goal. I just could feel it it was in the air, it was the atmosphere of that whole game against Villa. But Rooney there, denied of maybe a goal. Who knows what would have happened there. But Rooney again, just look at how close he kept coming to grabbing that goal that he was looking for. And just look at how he wipes out Lowton there, like a knee round the side of the head, knocking him out. He had to go off though, Lowton, for Aston Villa, which was unfortunate for them. It's never good to see a player go off injured. But we just couldn't get anything from this. Couldn't even score a goal, even though I felt as though there might have been something special in it. So we come away with a draw, and that, guys, will be the end of this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.